So buongiorno and welcome to Jaxx Vane Studio Live 46, working on the sailing simulator. It's Monday, so sailing simulator, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Assetto Corsa Competizione Artificial Intelligence, Tuesday and Thursday this week. That's the plan. So, Jaxx, how did you like the boat on Saturday?
It was nice. It was very nice. It was very the boat is quite big. I mean, it's quite wide. I'm scared if they don't let us.
It was a catamaran,
Yeah,
right?
it was a catamaran, and I'm scared if because here in the Scheveningen, we didn't see any catamaran, so we're scared we're not allowed to put it there if ever we buy it.
Yeah, we went a couple of times because yes, we are thinking this crazy idea to not just to buy a boat, but to actually buy a boat and go to live there. So 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
It's gonna be very tough, especially if we really do that, because Netherlands is really, the weather is not really that.
Yeah, the weather is difficult.
It's not really that. Yeah.
It's gonna be cold.
So windy.
Yeah, cold and windy. Definitely, I'm not the kind of. I don't like the idea to have a boat and just use it for summer weekends or things like that. If I go for it, I go for it.
Yeah.
Full on, right?
Full on.
So it's either full on or nothing. Although it's not that we're really planning to sail all the time, so we will be spending most of our time in marinas anyway. So, but still, it's a very different lifestyle, and plus we have the cats, so that's an additional complication to the entire thing. But yes, we didn't go sail. We just saw the boat in at the dock, because we never even set foot on one of these boats. So we wanted to get a feel of how is it inside the space, how is to move inside, how the boat is moving when it's in a protected marina, and it was not moving at all, like sweetie.
Yeah,
The catamaran is super stable, so it was like almost like being, even with 30 kilometers wind outside, it was hardly
and
moving.
yes, it's gonna be definitely a challenge, especially for Steph, because Steph is not really a handyman.
Yes, I only know software. If I have to connect two cables, I start to get in trouble. Although I do most of my guitar works. So I closed the work on the AI. I actually finished what I was doing last Friday. So I have now the AI that is able to quickly go through a series of tests. I actually found a bug that I didn't know it was a bug at all. Like, my VMG, the velocity made good, that I was showing up here, it was wrong because I was showing it in meter per second instead of knots. So it was lower than it really was. So I was looking at the result of the AI and I was like, well, that VMG is different from what I see here. So that's good. I found a bug. So the AI goes into this test. It's testing 3 degrees by 3 degrees. So it's doing this straight acceleration and is recording the information of what the maximum speed is, what is the speed at which the boat starts to foil, and how long before the boat starts to foil, and stuff like that. And I got some interesting happening. So for example, we can see, for example, this first strange thing where at 36, we reach 23 as maximum speed, while at 39, we reach 16, which is very surprising, right? So and we can see that most of the problem is because for whatever reason at 39, the boat was not able to get to the foil. It took 32 seconds. In total, the test lasts 60 seconds. So it took 32 seconds to get on a foil instead of 21 seconds when the boat was at 36 degrees. So yeah, so that's a surprising result. Then we see that the speed goes up as we increase the angle, which is what we expect. So 28, 30, 32, 33, 34, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41. This is all quite predictable, not much, not a lot of surprises. Highest speed is here at 117 at 46 knots. Very interesting. And we see a jump here from 46 to 11, from 120 to 123, because the boat is not able to foil. So -1 means we were not able to get on the foils. But another interesting data is this velocity made good. So that is telling us that for this boat, it looks like 42 degrees. No. Also something interesting. Here we can see that the velocity made good is 21.4 at 42. Then it goes down to 21.2 at 45. And then it goes up again to 21.8 at 48. So that's telling us that probably the best angle to go with this boat, according to this test, is 48. But we can see that there is a strange data when it comes to foil. It's so connected on the data on how quickly the boat can get on the foil, because for example with 45 it took 16 seconds to get on the foil, while on 48 it took only 12 seconds, right? So that is interesting. I think it's still pointing out to the fact that the algorithm to control the sails and the foils, there could be two things, right? It could be the algorithm to control the sail and the foils. That is not, where it should be. The other possibility is that is the waves, right? So what is happening is that in this test we had waves, it was hitting a certain sequence of waves, and so it couldn't easily foil. We still have. So what I'm thinking is that eventually when I will come back to this code, probably the way to do it is without waves, right? So as few ways as. So what we have today is refactoring AI and network stuff. So the thing that I was explaining at the beginning of last week, that I'm moving stuff out of. This is the high level crate organization. Crate in Rust is, you can call it like a standalone library project. And crates can have dependency. So I have this physics here, and what was happening was, so this is the crate for the physics, and this is the crate for the game, right? So here we have the game, and the game sits on the top of the physics, right? So what was happening was that last week I had this AI file into the physics crate, and that was creating me a lot of problem, because the AI needs to know a lot of stuff that belongs to what I call the server game. And the server game is a bunch of information about weather and the rules, the course, and all this stuff. So the AI was needing a lot of information from this, and I didn't want the physics to depend on the server game. So I want the physics to do the physics without caring about game stuff, right? So just the physics of the boat. So what I did was I moved out from this crate and I went down here to the game, because this is an element that will need knowledge of both the physics and the server game, and this is where we have both knowledge that we can access. So that was good. But then I went to do this AI. So that's let me finish with the AI. So then I did this AI performance tester, which lives here in the level, and because it's an AI thing, we're gonna move it into this module, which should be quite easy. And then the next big job is going to take this, which is remote boats, which is all the logic for the boats. The remote boats are the representation of the boats coming from the multiplayer side. And again, these remote boats were living in the physics, and we are not going to have them living in the physics anymore. So they will also have to move here for pretty much the same reason. They depends on a lot of stuff that comes from server game. So we don't want to have them today. Then we move on, and what we have to do is synchronize. I see sea waves here, but really it's like synchronize a global server time, because all our waves and eventually also the wind all depends from this global server time. So we have to find a way to have that synced, so two people racing in multiplayers have the same waves in the same spot. Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah.
If ever you want to show some amazing stuff.
Yeah. So this is the boat, guys. I did the rope. Yeah. The helm, and then this push button right here for emergency. Po, what is this again, po? Controller for the
That's the flight controller. Is to control the foils.
the foils. Ah, okay.
I feel like I'm excluded from the world.
And then here in the middle we have
Wait.
I'm gone.
Wait. I'm back. All right, go.
And here next to the controller. What was next to the controller? There's just some buttons.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
some buttons, and then there's like a little screen here to know. Explain what is this here?
The button box is mostly for the wing.
The wing.
So to change the camber of the wing in the various parts of the wing. And the display is just a display to know where they are in the course, what speed they're doing, the tactics, and so on. And I think the monitor is probably showing very similar stuff to the other monitor. Show the other monitor.
Yeah, in the middle we have this monitor here.
Yeah, that's pretty nice. The interesting thing is really the job of the grinder. Grinders on boats used to be, just doing like this to tight ropes or change something. On these boats, actually what the grinders are doing are just building hydraulic pressure in order for all this system to work. I'm not sure if they're also charging batteries, but I think it's mostly hydraulic. So.
And here is the Oh my god, what is this for? The
Yeah, actually,
oh, what is this? The foil for, right?
which one? Me? The
This?
dagger board. Yeah, dagger board foil. Yeah. And start again. All right. So that's a good starting. Right. So we moved the code. We were successful in doing this, which is very promising. So sync C waves in multiplayer mode. Right.
Oh, the other cat arrived. Kunos.
That means that Jaxx will be gone very soon.
If we cannot do the demo by December, you know what's the reason, guys. Always get interrupted with this too. Baby. See your asshole, Kunos. They're licking.
Let me have a coffee.
Oh, Jaxx is breaking the light. He's gonna eat the. He's gonna eat the camera. He's gonna.
Two AIs. Hold on. Can I run two AIs? So how does this work? Let me pause this thing. I always forget pause syncing. Yeah. So how does this work? Jaxx. So what? Okay, give me AI also on the other one. Yeah. Okay. So player control mode, blah blah blah. AI. So I don't have to do anything. Yeah. It doesn't look like their turn. Maybe this guy will turn. That guy turned because of a boundary, and this guy. What the fuck are you doing? Okay. Okay. Let me do it again. All right. Okay. So it's not coming at all the information that we have a new target, so they're just continuing like two morons. So okay, so what's the thing here is we should see here that the index moved to another one, right? So why didn't tap? So are we going to see the positions moving? All right, so now they're moving. All right. Okay. Now we're cooking. Yeah. Yep. Okay, so this is working. It's not even what we were supposed to do today, but let me clean this mess here.
Hi, Joker.
Okay, so we are in multiplayer, so I should see the C not moving at all. It is moving. Fuck me. Is it because the graphics? Is it because the graphics? I think I know why. The initializer, where are we? Replay. Fuck. I don't give a shit, just put it timestamp. So server game time is timestamp. To do use server game, use actual server game time here. Right. All right. Okay, so multiplayer should have the C not moving. Come on, do it. Alright, that's more like it. Okay, C not moving. Is it not moving? It's not moving. It's totally not moving. Okay. I could do this both update, because both update I have timestamp. So one possibility is to stick a server game time in there. So every time I send a boat update, I also send the time. But that could be extremely overkill. The advantage is that it's because the problem with UDP, right? The problem with UDP is that UDP, you are not just sending the actual data that you're sending. You're also sending what is called the UDP header, which is a bunch of bytes. So that means that it's better to have your packets to be, as much information as possible. Rather than breaking it up in many packets. But this is very high frequency. I could probably sync the game time like every second or something like that. But it should work. It should just work. Right? It should just work. And if it works, we will see the C moving. That's gonna be our trigger to see this happening. Is that the C is gonna move and it doesn't. Which is very interesting. Cool. Okay, I known message. Hold on. Okay, interesting. It's updating every second. So it looks like that code that does the game mode multi update. I'm almost there. So why is not because DT is a okay. Because DT is in seconds, and my timestamp is in milliseconds. That's the mystery. And now we should see the C finally moving, I hope, because I'm hungry. How you doing?
Me po? I'm doing the UV.
I mean, are you hungry?
Oh my lord, it crashed.
Oh, you lost some? Okay, it's working. So it did, we could see that it did a couple of hard updates as the timing and the ping with the server were resetting. But then it synced up. And I think this is working. I think they are now synced up. Of course, the real test for this will be to put the server online and get some real. Though I remember I had some. I think I already have some simulated ping. Am I? Ping. Yeah, I'm already simulating 235 milliseconds of ping, so that's good. So
It's okay.
I think I'm done.
I see.
I think I'm totally done.
Maya crashed.
You lost stuff?
No. No.
Do you see? So let me recap. So we have the wave in sync. So the next step for me are going to be add some variations to the wind. I think that's my next step for Wednesday. So that's the plan. Hopefully teach Jaxx to drive the boat a bit so you can
We're
help
gonna
him.
race?
Yeah, we're gonna race.
Cook or not?
No, we're done for today. Next stream is going to be with me, only with me, unless Jaxx decided to keep working on the boat. But I think tomorrow is guitar.
Yeah.
Is guitar day for Jaxx. So
Yeah, I need
she's
to.
going to practice guitar.
Yeah, because I need to do another video
Right.
for in my YouTube channel.
So it's going to be only me tomorrow for Assetto Corsa Competition AI, and me and Jaxx will be back together Wednesday to continue on the sailing game. So that's all for me, from us today, guys. Have a good, and thanks for the follow, Lily.
Really?
Eh,
I did.
and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Ciao.
Okay. Ciao, ciao, guys. Bye bye.